On the outskirts of a quiet little village lived a tiny sparrow. She was small, covered in soft brown feathers. Unlike the majestic eagle or the dazzling peacock, the sparrow appeared fragile and ordinary. Yet within her delicate frame beat a heart filled with courage. One scorching afternoon, something unexpected stirred in the forest. Dark clouds rolled across the sky. The wind began to howl. Soon a fierce storm raged. Trees bent and cracked, branches snapped, and many nests crashed to the ground. The sparrow's own nest, built with so much care, was also destroyed. Even worse, 3 of her precious eggs tumbled into the mud. With trembling wings, she flew down in a panic. 2 eggs were broken, but one remained intact. Looking at it, she whispered softly, "I will keep you safe." But the storm did not pass. The rain poured harder, and the ground began to flood. The little egg was at risk of being swept away. While other birds abandoned their homes and flew to safety, the sparrow stayed behind. She tried to lift the egg with her tiny beak, but it was too heavy. Again and again she attempted, her feathers soaked, her body shivering from the cold. She failed each time, but she refused to quit. A crow nearby mocked her, cawing, "Sparrow, you're wasting your energy. That egg is far too heavy. Save yourself instead." But the sparrow paid him no attention. She scratched the wet earth with her claws, digging a small hollow to shield the egg from the rushing water. Then she carried pieces of dry grass and leaves one by one to cover it. All through the night she worked tirelessly. Her body was sore, her feathers drenched, but her spirit would not surrender. At last, dawn broke. The storm had passed, and the forest grew still. Many birds wept over the loss of their nests and eggs, but the sparrow's single egg lay hidden and safe beneath the shelter she had made. Exhausted but content, she sat beside it and waited. Days later, the egg cracked open. A tiny baby sparrow emerged, weak but alive. The same crow who had ridiculed her before now sat in silence. Other birds gathered, astonished that such a small sparrow had succeeded where the stronger ones had failed. Then the wise old owl spoke. "True strength is not measured by size or power. It is found in a heart that refuses to give up." From that day, the little sparrow became a symbol of courage. This story reminds us that our greatest victory is not in never stumbling, but in rising each time we fall. Never lose hope, no matter how small or powerless you may feel. Real strength comes from persistence, patience, and courage. Even the tiniest efforts, repeated with faith, can guard dreams and lead to success. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more uplifting tales.